Welcome back to SceneTV. I'm Markus. We are down at the Adelaide Festival Centre again for more of the Adelaide Cabaret Festival. Sitting alongside me now is Lance Horne from the USA. Hey buddy, how are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Welcome to SceneTV.
Thank you, welcome.
Oh my God, tell me, your show, First Things Last, what's it entail? What's it all about?
It's an album that I've done as a release in New York and in London and in LA. And when we were talking about what I could do at this festival, I realized that I could take this album on myself without a lot of the special guests I've had before and really look into the material and do it especially here as the last of the album releases.
Yeah, wow. Special guests, I mean, you've got a plethora under your belt, haven't you? I mean, you've worked with people like Alan Cummings, Kylie Minogue, Liza Minnelli. It goes on and on, doesn't it?
It does.
Who's some of your favourites?
I remember that with Jake Shears and Kylie and Rufus and I all got together to do a Dolly Parton tribute in New York.
Wow, that's a mixture.
I thought the entire thing would just explode, and we had a gospel choir, and that was a really high, beautiful moment last Christmas. That was pretty amazing.
Almost an explosion of gayness, really,
it really
wasn't it?
was. Yeah.
With Kylie Minogue on top.
She won. She had the glittering red dress, and she was like, no one else can have it.
Yeah,
She was great.
So was it easy for the Adelaide Cabaret Festival to get you back here again? Because you have been here back in 2006 or 7?
Yes, I was here with Meow Meow, and I've always wanted to come back, and the timing worked out perfectly this year. I was just here with Alan. We had our tour over Christmas between, well, really for tropical fruits and then all around Australia, but we didn't get to Adelaide, so it was on my list. And so I started talking to Eddie and Ali, and we had talked last year when they were scouting around to see who some of the great new talent would be around from the international circuit. They asked me. So I just kind of thought this would be a perfect way to come back around.
Perfect. And of course, you've literally just got off the plane. You've just come straight from New York from the Tony Awards, haven't you?
I have.
How was that?
It was really wonderful.
Yeah.
It was a great year for the Tonys, great year for theater, great new pieces, great people performing.
Any highlights for you?
I really was blown away by the entire scene from Waitress with Sarah Bareilles giving over to the actress playing her and the play between the writer and the performer. Obviously, this show is on my mind, and I'm thinking of the relationship between writer and performer as I'm performing my own work, and I loved watching that happen. Gloria Estefan did the same thing with the cast of On Your Feet. I think it's a really great dialogue that's happening on Broadway right now, and it's happening in Cabaret as well.
Energy is great, yeah.
Absolutely.
So, with your career, do you prefer to, develop other people's shows, or do you prefer to work on your own? Where's your preference?
I love collaboration, so it doesn't find me working on my own very much. Alan Cumming and I talk about being each other's musical husbands, so I will throw something his way or vice versa. We're developing a new show now, and that is very collaborative. And it's a creation together, so I love either that for the cabaret form, or if I'm composing, working with either a lyricist or a book writer for the musical theater form, or Jake Shears and I are forming a new venture, I think is the best way to put it. We're writing together and going to be singing and touring. And I think it's just a matter of balancing out the hats, really, so that one really makes the other grow in whatever way possible. I learn from one form, it goes into the other. And I learn from being alone so that I can then collaborate better.
I feel like I need to come across to New York for one of your dinner parties. I think you would have the most amazing guest list. You know that phrase that people say, alive or dead, who would you invite to your dinner party? It's like you invite those people, don't you? This is crazy.
We do. We have sing-alongs around the piano, and we support each other as much as we can. And I just ran into 3 or 4 amazing artists just on the way here, and just in the lobby ran into Queenie, and I followed her right into a workshop she was doing with students, and she's right on the top of my list of dinner party people.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you have a chance to have an evening out with Liza, have one.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
I don't know.
You could set it up for me.
Absolutely.
You know what? I can make it over to New York. We can do something, okay?
We
We'll
went
swap
to a
numbers
tango
after.
club in Buenos Aires, and we were so excited because she was going to show all of the cast and crew tango, and the tango club instead had prepared an entire evening of tributes to Liza Minnelli. And so she sat there, and instead of watching tango, was basically watching performances of Liza Minnelli in front of herself. She was incredibly gracious, but she really wanted to go see tango. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Let's come back to your show in Adelaide.
Yes.
Tell me, what's really been the inspiration for First Things Last?
Well, the title comes from the first piece that I ever wrote is actually the last piece on the album. It's a hidden track. And it had been a long time coming to put out a first album. And so I thought, first things first, first things last. The first things that we put out do tend to last. So I wanted to make it iconic in a way and collaborative and a kind of greatest hits volume 1 and a means to open doors to more theater work, more cabaret work, and sing my own work as well, and have a lot of my friends come on and sing songs of mine.
Do you enjoy the touring process of the new album?
I love it. It's really great. And there's an album that's happened inside of the touring process.
Oh, wow.
Called
Yeah.
A Little Single, which is also, we just released it in New York a month ago, and I brought it with me, and so I'm going to, in the middle of the one album, do the other album. So it's really an album and a half.
Yeah, cool. Bargain. Sounds like a Gaga release or something.
It,
She
it
does that,
actually
doesn't
is.
she?
Yeah, she lives in my building.
Oh, no
She
way.
really does.
Name dropper.
It doesn't mean to, but she was, I mean, she was at a lot of the downtown performances that Meow Meow and I would give, or we'd see her from time to time. And
So have you met her?
absolutely.
What's she like?
She's really great. Sometimes the doors will just open at the elevator and I'll just see like chiffon and heels go by. I'll be like, fantastic. She's like, thanks, babe. And just trailing
no
off.
way.
She's great. She's a hoofer, a musical theater girl. She's smart. She's intelligent. She's got a great point of view and a great view of life, and I really look forward to what
She's got a
up
brain.
to.
A little bit off topic, but I saw her do a speech on the Orlando shooting tragedy. But I mean, her passion and what her beliefs are, and how she actually holds herself is incredible. And, the messages that she's got to say.
Absolutely.
Just outstanding.
Was that at the LA Pride that she gave that
yes,
speech?
exactly.
I saw that as well.
Yeah, just
really
blew me away.
I'm blown away at the performance she did. Was it on the Grammys, where she was dealing with what's happening on our college campuses, especially in America right now, and about permission for sexual acts, and she had all these people who had been violated in some way in choir with her, and I think that she's putting her talent to the best use possible, and I think that's a really inspirational thing for all of us.
So true. You know what? Maybe we all need to conduct our lives that way, or creatively anyway.
Absolutely. There are songs that I'm doing that have been influenced by the last week of events, for sure. I turned the set list upside down. There were certain songs that I wasn't going to do, and then because I was thinking, what are the relevant points? How can I reach this audience? And then there are just moments where you realize that it's really important to state your truth, even in an audience that might have some resistance to the LGBTQI history or challenge. It's nice to say, yes, we can be funny, we can be universal, but also here's what it really feels like if you come out of the closet and your parents no longer speak to you. And here's what it feels like to have friends who are transgender. And yes, it's funny that maybe that you don't know whether you could go to the bathroom or not, but actually, when I travel with Justin Vivian Bond and V has to present a passport with another person's name and another gender attached to it, it's this other identity that's not my collaborator Vivian. And I think that it's a new dialogue to be having, and I'm sorry that it's happening on the back of American politics and guns, and really a crisis like I haven't seen in my lifetime in America.
Dreadful.
But I'm really grateful to be given an artistic voice and given a community of collaborators that really believe passionately and are not going to let this go quietly.
Back to Adelaide. Have you been around much? Have you got to experience many of the restaurants or the bars around here?
I have, but not this trip.
Okay.
I went to a local barbecue. I know Adelaide is the city of churches, and that they also have a record amount of barbecues. I've been to at least 3, and I've only been here twice. I remember going to a beautiful party in a church, and I've actually toured they allowed us in, I think, on Sunday to go through a tour of the Masonic Temple.
Yeah.
Chris Green and I did last time we were here, and we went through and toured the temple, and it's a beautiful city. I love it.
It is a really beautiful city, and since last time you were here, which was almost 10 years ago now, to now, the new bars, the new restaurants, the stuff that's happening here now is incredible. So hopefully you get a couple of nights where you get to go out and experience a little bit more.
I'm planning on it. I'm a Burning Man person. I'm a burner, and so word has traveled to other people who are from Burning Man that I'm here, and so Thursday night after I see Sheridan's show, I'm going to go grab some wine, and they're going to show me around town.
Get out
So I'm
there,
looking forward to
get
it.
amongst it all.
Yeah.
Now your show starts on this Sunday, which
Yes.
is Sunday the, what's the date?
19th.
The 19th?
Yes.
Is that correct? Beautiful. So, and how has it been selling? Are there still tickets available?
There are tickets available. I don't think the tickets in the very front are available, but you don't need to stare at my nose anyway.
Quite right.
Sit back just a little bit, because you're going to want to catch. We've got a cellist from town and a drummer as well, and so the sound will probably be good in the middle of the room. That's a really music nerd response, but get yourself some tickets, please. Me sitting and playing for myself can happen in New York. This only
in your lounge room.
In my lounge room,
Yeah.
with a lot of really fun people, but
With not as big a budget either.
I was saying there are two ways to do this show. There's an easy way and a hard way, and I'd like to do the hard way, which is to really take in the room, really see who's coming, what their preconceived notions are, what the idea of cabaret is, and then turn it a little on its head, and then end with my heart on my sleeve. That's my hope. But it means that we have to have people come. So that's where
So
you
come
come
along,
in.
guys, buy your tickets.
Yeah, come on, click. I'm sure there's a place there or there. Just click, please.
We are going to wrap this up with word association. You know that game.
Oh,
clearly.
great.
Okay, it's fun. You know,
Okay.
let's go hard.
Let it be known. I'm 26 hours on a plane till now. So
I know this could get really messy.
It's going to
couldn't
go
it?
vegetarian.
It's like yay.
Yay. Yeah.
Okay, coffee,
Tea.
alcohol,
Yes.
Liza Minnelli,
Judy Garland.
Kylie Minogue,
Jake Shears.
Adelaide,
Meow Meow.
Adelaide Cabaret Festival,
Eddie Perfect.
sex,
Please.
and SceneTV.
Awesome.
Oh, good answer.
Thanks.
Yay! Guys, we've been with Lance Horne. He's amazing. I can't wait for his show. Get your tickets now, and we'll see you very soon for some more Cabaret Festival.
Come along.